Hello and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be mostly about Graham over here, the skeleton tarantula. So this is her enclosure. She is a juvenile still, so that's why she's kind of small. She's a little underweight. Her abdomen needs to get a little bit more food. Everything online says these guys need a 10 to 20 gallon enclosure. She's in a 20 gallon right now. As you can see, it is huge for her. Personally, I recommend keeping your skeleton tarantulas in a bioactive enclosure because they like the humidity very high, which we'll get into their humidity a bit later. But the bioactive enclosures really help with that, and basically how you set those up, they're very complicated, but I will have a video later setting one up for when I get my red fire knee tarantula that I plan on getting eventually. But basically it just consists of some rocks on the bottom, a screen, and some soil, and some plants and bugs to keep everything moving. So the plants will absorb some of the nutrients from the poop, the bugs will eat it, and then they poop it out and make nutrients in the soil, and it all just keeps, it's like a circle that just keeps going. Her enclosure's really dirty right now because she's been peeing all up the glass, shooting poop and webs and stuff. Not actually sure what she's spraying in there, but she's spraying something. And then also we have cats. For their temperature, they like to keep it in the 70s, so some people's apartments are naturally perfect for them. We keep them close to Ganja Man, the bearded dragon, so he has some heat lights to help us regulate her temperature of 70, high 70s. And we also have these sensors over there. Now her humidity is a little low right now. It's only like 50, I think. But we spray her periodically throughout the day. And she's not actually my spider, she's my boyfriend's, so he takes care of her. He'll probably spray her down when he gets home from work. And then for her diet, she just kind of eats bugs. Crickets are a good source of food for them, but we like to vary it here and there, so every now and then we'll give her some giant super worms or horned worms or whatever the case may be. But crickets are her main source of food. And then this little guy is Burmese. He's a Texas Brown, which can be seen in Breaking Bad. It's the kind of spider they have in there. He's a sling right now, which is a baby spider. So he's very small. He's in a very tiny enclosure. This is my hand for scale. But that's because he's so small and he's still got a lot of room to grow. So this isn't bioactive or anything, but we have put some springtails in there with him. And by the time it would need cleaned out, he'll be big enough for a new enclosure. He's full grown, he'll need to go in a 5 to 10 gallon enclosure, and we don't actually know his sex yet because he's so small. Google says these guys can handle a pretty wide range of temperatures, so 72 to 84, he's pretty good in the apartment. They like their humidity levels to be between 50 and 60%, which is pretty high, but also not really. So he just needs sprayed here and there. And then his diet is the same as the skeleton tarantula, so it's just pretty much crickets and a variety of bugs. The first thing we're gonna do this week, I know this is mainly a spider video, but I own a lot of animals. Moon, my 13-foot Burmese python, is shedding right now. I can see her in the corner trying to lift her nose off, and she doesn't seem like it's ready to go yet. So I'm just gonna help her out and put her in a bath. Alright, we got her in there. She looks real good, glowy, but it's pretty early in the shedding process right now, so I don't know if she'll actually get it off while we're watching. But what she was doing over there was rubbing her nose on the inside of the box, and like, I don't want her to get any face rubbing issues because her skin does look very dry. So I put her in a bath and it looks like she's doing real good. She loves it. It's nice and warm. There we go, that's what I was talking about. So she probably won't be able to break it off because the tote is so smooth in here. But she wasn't able to break it off in there because her skin was so dry. So I think she's gonna have to just soak up for a little while, let the humidity get absorbed through her skin, and then hopefully slither over into a nice warm hide box and rub it off. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, baby girl? She's so flat right here. It just looks weird. I don't know about the coloring. It just makes me nervous. It's all pinched off like that. I know if we humans have our arm off like a chair, we can cut off our circulation, so I'm just gonna help her out. I mean, she's made to climb on trees and thin branches and stuff, but I imagine a branch this thin would probably snap under her weight. Come on, work with me. Aww. Just get nice and so. Well, I don't want to drown you down. Get your head out. Good girl. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this with your snake if you don't need to very often. They don't really like the face touching, but I do take her out on walks. She's kind of an emotional support animal for me, so I just want to make sure when children come over and try and interact with her, they're not getting hurt, so I like to get her used to people touching her face. But also I'm just taking a look over her, making sure she doesn't have any issues with her scales. It looks like she's ready to come out of the bath and try and rub it off. She's really rubbing into the carpet over there. I'll try and show you guys. Look at that. Oops, I hit the heater. That just looks weird. But this is what they do in the wild on like a rock or a tree. Her neck is so strong. Look at the muscles. Ooh. I've never actually seen this in person, so this is really interesting for me, so I'm bringing you guys along for the ride. But yeah, I guess it's pretty, they gotta be pretty tough to break it off. I feel like she's trying to shed a little too early for some reason. I feel like she needs to just take a minute because she just came back into like a clear stage and she's kind of looking a little pink today. But I mean, she wasn't clear last night when I checked on her. She was still kind of pink. It's really rubbing over here. She's really like digging her chin into the carpet now. Oh, she's pulling up. She's getting so long. Oh, shit. Come on, big girl. So they're out. Oh my god, it looks like she's wrestling. Her scales are strong. I'm just gonna try and get tape out. Come on, baby girl. Oh my gosh. I'm holding her hand. Oh, I feel bad for her. I've been filling her water dish and now giving her this bath, so I mean she's on the carpet. I'm keeping the humidity as high as I can and like giving her lots of bath options. She's starting to get pink, so I don't want her to get any face rubbing issues, so I'm just gonna trap her in a bath. Come here, baby girl. Come here. You gotta be careful with these wires now. Alright. Come on. I know you want to explore, but you gotta take a bath. So I'm just giving her a bath in a regular old tote full of warm water. And after a little while, we'll take her out. I think I'm gonna lay some stuff down for her to rub on so she won't get the carpet all wet. So I just wanted to film something because it's not what the video is about. I'm feeding them right now. And then I came in here and realized I have a mess to clean. So I got the trash can and everything. Cleaning ingredients, gloves, getting it all ready. And I just want to show you guys how having a 13-foot Burmese python kind of complicates things because, so this is the door, which she's like right in line with. That's to leave the room, her room, this whole room is hers. And then this is the closet, which she has put herself perfectly in, which, as you guys hopefully already know, this is where I keep my rattlesnake. But I also keep some cleaning supplies up there. So I had to keep it, I had to get in there, and it's just funny because I got to work around her, but also she's in food mode, so I have to be careful of where I step, or she could just bite me. But she is blind. She's fresh out of shed, so her skin looks really pretty today.